What's up, y'all? This is your boy, Eddie Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast. This episode for Wrestling Talk is brought to you by Layback TV. Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, all the languages, all the HBOs. Check them out on your Apple Store and your Play Store. Now, let's get into a lot of shit that we have established going on right in the world of pro wrestling. All right? So, as far as AEW goes, an inside source has just gave me word that Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, but Kofi Kingston is going down as Kofi, and Xavier Woods is going to be going down as Austin Creed. Most likely have been signed to AEW and will make their debut on AEW All In at Wembley Stadium. And most likely they will be joining a triple threat AEW World Trios Championship match. It will be the champs, Hangman Adam Page and Bandito, defending against The Demand and Swerve Strickland and Kofi Kingston and Austin Creed. That's what they're leading to. In the world of NXT, we've been predicting it, we've been waiting for it, and it's finally happening. It's more like it's past tense that it happened. Grayson Waller and Cruz Montana. I have to get used to saying that because he's no longer calling himself Mike Santana, so now he's going to be known as Cruz Montana. They were in a match for a number one contendership against Tony D'Angelo for the NXT Championship. They were fighting for that top spot as number one contender, but it was interference due to the debut of Zilla Fatu. Yes, sir. Zilla Fatu, the son of Umaga, is now in WWE as well as the Elemental as NXT, and that bloodline, it looks like, is getting deeper and deeper and stronger and stronger. With Zilla Fatu, son of Umaga, it's going to be bad. So if you're standing across the bloodline where you see Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, the Usos, and Solo Sikoa by next week, and all you gotta do is add Zilla Fatu, and it's a wrap. There's no faction, not in WWE or in the world, that could stop them. That's pretty much unstoppable. So big congratulations to Zilla Fatu. You're making your dad proud. I see great things happening for Zilla Fatu. His interference with Cruz and Grayson Waller definitely showed his sharpness in the ring. Now we just got to see how those promo skills on the microphone, how they develop. But in the ring, Samoan drop, the running Superman spike that he calls the Triple Z, and the splash from the corner, He's just as sharp as his father. 20 years ago, I got to be in South Florida for, I believe it was Monday Night Raw, and I got to see his dad perform, Umaga. It was pretty intense. That's when he was going through his WWE Championship feud with John Cena. It was pretty dope. So shout out to Zilla Fatu. What went down on SmackDown. Here's a little establishment on SmackDown. Rhea Ripley has went through surgery on her knee. Possible meniscus tear. She's going to be out for quite some time. She's basically out for the remaining of the year, and they expect her to make a full recovery to make it in time for the Royal Rumble, which will be going down in Arizona. So shout out to Rhea Ripley, That's sad because it's beneficial. Chelsea Green is the official WWE Women's Champion and no longer interim. So, damn. I mean, Rhea didn't really get to see how far she can go as the Women's Champion. You know, great match against Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. Definitely a great rematch at Clash in Italy, but that's as far as it went. Full recovery, you know, best wishes to Rhea Ripley. Chelsea Green, not only as official champ, women's champion, but she apparently broke an orbital bone. So Rhea beats Jade and tears a meniscus. Chelsea wins the title in a ladder match at SummerSlam and on the first SmackDown. Not only loses a match, but breaks an orbital bone. And there's no timetable on when she's returning. Okay? All right. What can you do with that? You know, tensions are flying with Cody and Randy. Great promo. Randy made it clear that it'll be a cold day in hell before Cody Rhodes ever wins back the WWE Championship. And Cody said, yo, you used to be the legend killer, but if you look around, there are no more legends in sight. There's no Goldberg, there's no John Cena, there's no AJ Styles. Who else retired? There's no Brock Lesnar. There's no more legends. He's the last remaining legend. So now Cody Rhodes is taking the persona of legend killer. Okay? Tensions in a promo between the number one contender of the WWE Championship, Kevin Owens, the returning Kevin Owens, shout out to him, and the current undisputed WWE champ, CM Punk. It was nothing but bars. Honestly, I don't know who I give this bars to. I don't think Kevin Owens gave best bars. There are a lot of people who gave him the dub. I didn't. I gave Punk the dub on this promo. I think his delivery was a lot more stronger than Owens. But Kevin Owens, you know, you get into a little debate with Sami Zayn, which his return was under pretty much at his expense. And it got him a title shot. And he said he wants it out on August 21st in Toronto on SmackDown. I want to see where they're going to go with this. I mean, I don't know how much stories you can bring. I mean, the Cody and the Punk story was dope. But I don't know how far we're going to go with this. If, you know, I think it's time. Kevin Owens is definitely time to win the WWE Championship. I think you could do a little bit more. And you don't necessarily have to shut down the story between him and Punk. But you can make it interesting, or you can make a rematch at Money in the Bank. Who knows? Or even Sunday night's main event going down to September. Carmelo Hayes attacks Baron Corbin after Baron Corbin retains the U.S. Championship in a rematch with Trick Williams. Melo's coming for that title next week, as well as JC Jane is coming after Tiffany Stratton for the women's U.S. title. Not bad. Both U.S. championships will be on the line, and we're going to see where everything goes from there. Going on from Raw. So Jey Uso challenged Solo Sikoa, and yo, shout out to Solo Sikoa, bro. Since he made his debut at NXT, he sort of officially won the North American Championship. You know, he's flaunting it around in the main roster before he was in the main roster. But, you know, I think he was trying to find the persona in the MFTs, and I think he found his voice, you know what I mean? Go, pew, pew, pew. You know what I mean? Like, the comedy, that's definitely Solo. But, you know, he got challenged with to a match with Jey Uso. If Jey wins, he got to deliver Solo to the Tribal Chief next week. And he did just that with the help of his brother Jimmy. Solo got to return to the family. I want to see how they're going to do this. Now that Solo is no longer MFTs around, Royce Keys is pretty much on the injury list. LA Knight didn't even bother to help him, but he's coming after the OTC. Now Solo have to come back to the family. Why do I feel like this is a hidden gem for Solo to betray the family and cost Roman the world title against LA Knight? Why do I feel like he's a seed waiting to get planted? It's going to be interesting. We'll see how they go with that. Tensions are going down between Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, and Stephanie McCurry for the women's world title. I like this so far. I don't see either Becky or Stephanie taking the title away from Liv, but I think they're going to cost each other the match or a shot. It's one or the other. I think we're going to see a future feud between Becky and Stephanie McCurry. Speaking of tensions are flying between Obafemi and Braun Breaker. Now, here's the shit. I've seen a lot of people, in different podcasts talking about Obafemi and Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker, he was on the rise, with the vision, definitely put in a direction to maybe take the world title from CM Punk at the time before Roman was inserted into that match at WrestleMania. And a groin injury stopped that train. You know what I'm saying? You could probably say it's a missed opportunity. You could say a lot of things. But Braun was basically painted a picture of being the future of WWE. And Obafemi is actually getting a skyrocket type of how do I put it? He's kind of skyrocketing into that position that Braun was in, and now they're inserting a feud between Obafemi and Braun Breaker, even with the help of Paul Heyman. And here's what I don't want, right? We're already past SummerSlam, okay? They made, for the last few years, whoever wins the King and Queen of the Ring gets automatic world title shots of their choosing. No, my bad. World title shots of their brand, world title or undisputed title, at SummerSlam. Now, they continue that tradition with Io and Liv Morgan, but Obafemi won the King of the Ring and never got a shot. He just retired Brock Lesnar, and now we're inserting him into a Braun Breaker situation. So how far does this title shot go? It's not Money in the Bank. I'm a little confused, and I feel like if they're gonna make this interesting, this is what I would do. I would make this the main event of Sunday night's main event in September, with the shot, the world title shot that Oba won in King of the Ring. I think we put that on the line, and we put Braun over. But we can keep that feud going, so we don't lose the flame when it comes down to Oba. But that's just my opinion. But before we go, a number one contendership. Y'all saw what happened the other night on Raw. Rey Mysterio speaking with Roman Reigns, right? Wondering what the fuck they were going to speak about. Well, apparently, number one contendership tournament for the world title, winner face Roman Reigns in Mexico City comes September 14th on that Monday Night Raw. A tournament that has 8 individuals. 4 of them being Penta, former IC champ, La Parka, Dragon Lee, and AAA Cruiserweight champion Rey Fénix. Now, there was also no Dominic Mysterio. The king of the luchadores, the AAA Mega Campeón, is not on the tournament, which is pretty interesting. But I felt at a time we were going to get, in the finals, Rey Fénix versus Penta, 2 brothers known as the Lucha Brothers. And then I was thinking, like, if they did that, Penta's going over. Why do I feel like something's going to happen and a mysterious masked man is going to be LA Knight? Because they keep giving me this idea that either they're going to wait till a Monday Night Raw or Money in the Bank for LA Knight to challenge Roman for the title. But he's going to sneak away. But they keep putting the word tournament or number one contendership with LA Knight's name. And it seemed like they're going to, like he's got to figure out a way. And if he comes in there masked up, right, tricks Roman Reigns, BFTs him, pins him, gets the championship, but they can't give him the championship because of the simple fact that you didn't enter the tournament as LA Knight, you entered as a masked man. Gotta take the title back. So you get a moment, but you don't. I think that's what they're leading with. But let's see. I'm all for it. Let's see what goes on SmackDown this Friday. I'll be watching. Shit's gonna get very interesting. But till then, I'm your boy Eddie Jackson. So drop that podcast. Make sure y'all hit that sub button, hit that like, but comment. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think Solo Sikoa is being a plant into the bloodline so he can cost Roman the title? Do you think LA Knight is going to be a part of the Luchador tournament for the world title shot against Roman? How do you feel of Obafemi and Braun Breaker being shoved down in our faces all of a sudden this soon? You know what I mean? And what y'all thought about Zilla Fatu's debut on NXT. But I'm your boy Eddie Jackson, so drop that podcast. Y'all be easy. Peace.